bajo el cartón del de atrás.
Tell them that people practice for months to do that. We're going to have to do this in 10 minutes.
Okay.
The magic of digital enhancement will allow director John Clive to create an Olympic-sized event with just 200 audience members. A stadium in Argentina will be transformed for the groundbreaking television commercial that would be far too expensive to actually stage.
The reason that I think it was successful is because without digital technology, it wouldn't have been made. Even if it were to be able to have been afforded, we were able to change and alter things differently than you would have been able to do if you shot it for real.
Robert Greenberg is president of New York-based RGA Digital Studios. With a reputation for innovative applications of computer animation, RGA was a natural choice for this breakthrough commercial. The small group of extras will be used for the close-up shots. The wide shots will combine computer graphics with live action crowds from a real soccer match.
The first thing we had to do was prepare the stadium. There were some people sitting in the stands, but not all the seats were filled, and we moved crowds of people around in order to fill the stadium.
Computer graphics director Joseph Francis will work with 2 other RGA animators during the 8-week production. They utilize digital subtraction to remove tunnels and other unwanted parts of the stadium. Digital addition is used to add a cityscape and stars. The most important computer-generated addition will be 3,000 to 4,000 cards that form each of the huge photographs.
We had to go through a number of steps in order to make the cards work within the stadium. Generally speaking, the stadium had 2 kinds of sections to it. One was a straight section and one was a curved section.
For the straight section, Joe creates a grid of cards that can be tipped back in perspective so that it matches the angle of inclination of the seats. For the curved section, because the rows have more seats as they go up, an overlapping brick pattern must be created for the cards. Still photos are taken of each shot, which will later be formed by the stadium card sections. The 35mm film is then scanned onto a photo CD. This converts it to a digital format. The creative team can color correct and manipulate the photos while maintaining picture quality.
Now, one of the problems that we have with this photograph is the expression on the little girl's face. Anything you could suggest?
Okay, I do have a head from the other shot that we liked. Why don't we try to substitute that into this shot? Okay, now we're moving the head into position.
After each photo is approved, it is texture mapped onto the computer-generated cards. Texture mapping allows graphics to be digitally glued onto a computer-generated object and remain attached as that object moves.
Not only was the imagery computer generated, but the motion was computer generated. The biggest challenge of this project was achieving motion, which was believable because our first tests were very rigid, they were very precise and machine-like, and it was very obvious that it was the result of computer animation.
The basic model for an individual card's movement is defined, including parameters for the speed, rotation, and height of the card as it is lifted.
And we used the computer to vary all of the individual parameters of that lift so that we gave the impression that the cards are being lifted by people of different heights, at different speeds, at different times.
To make the card sections appear more realistic, Joseph programs the computer to randomly turn over certain cards extra late or even upside down. The animators are able to control the degree of randomness in any area of the card section. This enables them to preserve clarity in the detailed areas of the photograph while allowing other sections to be more chaotic. With the addition of computer-generated shadows and fireworks, the live-action film and digital graphics blend together convincingly. The result is a powerful visual story made possible by the advances in digital enhancement.
If you want to see where feature film is going and what it's going to look like, all you have to do is look at where digital video is today. That same technology will come into the feature studio filmmaking process, and it'll change it dramatically the same way it did for advertising.
Yeah, but then you start moving out so that he can come up and over. Because I don't want to leave Robert down for an inordinate amount of time.
This is your first time immediately.
Whether filmmakers are creating commercials or movies, the power of digital effects means greater freedom and flexibility.
I had an original concept or vision for all of the effects. I did storyboards. And then in working with PDI, they would try things. And when I'd see it on screen, we were able to make subtle changes and improve the effect to make it better than I ever imagined in my mind even sometimes.
It gives us a remarkable ability to get the very best performance or to even alter the performance of the actors. In one shot, they were able to make one of the actors blink when he actually didn't blink at the precise frame that they made him blink.
I don't think we're quite there where anything is possible. I think we will get there. More than what's possible, it's what's practical. You know, what is really a good application for the tools to manipulate reality beyond what the camera can really see and to kind of add that fantastic twist to it that makes us as moviegoers, you know, really pop our eyes open and go, wow.
In the hands of special effects wizards at digital studios like PDI and